Hello everybody. Today we are going to discuss a very interesting topic. Now with respect to sales and CRM, most sales teams of different organizations lose nearly 30% of their deals not because leads are bad, but because the follow-ups break, forecasting is wrong and the lost leads are forgotten. If you are using spreadsheets or Excel sheets, or maybe different reminders with WhatsApp or SMS, or even a half configured CRM, you are ensuring that the revenue that you are earning is not enough. Maybe there is a leakage without even realizing it. The forecasting is inefficient, and that is what I want to discuss and explain today. Now, with respect to the forecast, Odoo's forecast windows here shows that on different months you have different revenue, different opportunities, different pipelines existing. Now, it can be conveniently said that a particular opportunity is lying with a certain value and the total value is 15,500. However, this may not be a correct window. This is where the real problem may start. Looking at this pipeline, you may see that the expected revenue of this particular opportunity is $40,000, but the probability is just 10%. It is practically possible that the sales team may not be managing a probability, or the probability into expected revenue is actually going to give you the right forecasted numbers. If I only assume $40,000 here, then my forecasted revenue will go for a toss here. This sales forecast is being calculated based on the sales stage, the probability of the closure, and most important, your expected revenue. It is also possible to add new elements to calculate the forecasting values. But for many companies, these stage probabilities are missing, and based on which you will never be able to arrive at the right number for your forecasters. In this particular Odoo, what we did was to ensure that each particular stage comes with a predefined probability. This can be configured accordingly to the stages, and even if you don't do, the probabilities can be entered by users in different stages. So qualified may be called as 30%. New stage would be treated as, and the proposition can be treated as 50%, 80%, whatever is convenient or more ethical to us. Once we do that, the forecast becomes data driven and not particularly dependent on the numbers. Now, beyond this, if we look at the pipeline, there are different stages of this particular pipeline. But there is also a scenario where the leads are lost. In order to mark the leads as lost, you would be able to navigate, mention that what is the reason for lost. There are enough reasons that can be defined through master data. And these concluding notes can ensure that your leads are clearly defined as lost. Now these reasons can be configured directly under configuration, where lost reasons can be defined. This data is extremely powerful because now, over a period of time, you will be able to filter through the lost leads, and you will be able to navigate through reasons or patterns in these lost leads. You can identify what are the reasons for these lost leads. Like this, and this can help us in turn to improve our sales strategy instead of guessing why something is not converting or why we are losing opportunities. Okay. Now, in order to retain and revive these lost customers, we can use nurturing and automation feature to allow to do so. So, taking an example of a lost lead, what we can do, we can design an automation here where a certain lead which is classified on archived, what I can do is to generate a follow-up email can be generated here either to the salesperson or to the customer, that even though maybe you have not shown interest, but if you are still interested, you can still contact us. Something like this can be defined. This follow-up email automatically lets you know that any opportunity which was lost, maybe for an XYZ reason, can still further be nurtured and also possibly won again if applicable. Now please note, what is the important part and what is the focus here is that lost leads does not essentially mean that they have gone forever. It is practically possible that they cannot be served at that point of time, and if that is the case, then you will be able to bring them back. Odoo CRM allows us to nurture and revive these lost leads automatically as well, depending on the use case scenario. Once the lost leads are required to be restored, you can click on this button and these leads would now be back to the original stages where they were laid. Okay. Now what could be the business impact? This forecasting and lost lead analysis will simply allow us to improve in the conversion rates. Again, the numbers may not matter. Essential process management and efficiency in handling the current leads which are available, either through probability management, forecasting management, or ensuring that the lost leads can be revived and nurtured, we will be able to have a huge business impact in the system. I expect that roughly 30% increase in the efficiency and 30% improvements with these strategy. Okay. That's all for this session. Thank you very much.